When I was young, I loved to play sports. If you wanted to find me, you just had to go out in the field. I loved to play swimming, football, hiking, everything. But I think this concerned my teachers a lot because whenever we had a teachers and parents meeting, they'll always tell my parents, gosh, your daughter is so active and she's kind of hard to control, maybe even more than the boys. But my parents were not concerned by this, mostly because they were used to it. They got this comment all the time, and they just thought I was different just because I like sports. But one day, I reached the sport equipment shed first. My eyes were locked onto the football. I wanted to play with it so bad. But the teacher stepped in, took the ball from my hands, and handed it over to a group of boys that just arrived. It was not fair, so I asked her, "Oh, why'd you do that?" But she simply said, "Oh, the boys just want to play it more than you. They take it more seriously." And I was confused because I was sad and I was angry. But most of all, I had a question. Since when do people say that which gender took what more seriously? This is a clear example of gender stereotyping. Gender stereotyping means to put a gender into a category for them to play out. Each gender has a different role to play out. And everyone suffers from this. And we go out in our daily life thinking, oh, it's normal, we see it every day, and it's harmless. But that's not true, because it affects children, women, men all equally. Now, if I wasn't on the football field, I was watching Disney movies at home. I loved it so much, I watched them over and over again. But watching them again made me realize one thing. They were the key roots where gender stereotypes came from. Snow White showed viewers that being fair and white made you the most prettiest. And Sleeping Beauty showed a prince falling in love with a princess just based on her looks. They didn't even talk yet. And Cinderella showed a man chasing a woman just because her feet fits into a glass heel. Because apparently he can't even remember the personality or the looks of the woman he danced all night with. This is not just a movie. It's sending silent messages to our children. But men also suffer from these gender stereotypes too. They are expected to work 24 hours a day, carry the family, and be strong both physically and mentally. But this is not the case because research shows that men also suffer from depression and anxiety. They have to do everything and they're expected to work hard. Now, I had a friend named John, and he really loved singing. So he joined the choir group full of girls. And when people saw this, they were like, whoa, that's weird, because that's not a normal thing for a boy to do. But this is kind of unfair, because boys can sing choir groups and opera singing as well. And when I asked John, hey, why'd you join the choir group? He was like, oh, I just love singing so much. But it makes me kind of sad how people's dreams can be just judged just because of their gender. We look around the world and think, hey, genders are becoming more equal. There are steps taken for equal wages and there are job opportunities for everyone. But okay is not where we're going for. If we're going to have a world where everyone is treated equally, we have to do better than this. So what does doing better actually look like? It looks like calling out sexist jokes or comments, especially with social media. And we have to encourage others to use gender-neutral terms. And a toy is a tool for imagination, and imagination does not have a gender. We should step away from the world of pink and blue, and we should hand our children a blank canvas instead, and make them paint the world that they really want. Because we're so caught up in the world where we have rules. We expect our child to fit into these traditional boxes. And when their vibrant personality doesn't fit into the box, we shouldn't change the child. We need to change the box. We often forget so much that we are the ones that build society. Thank you.